In the quiet hours where silence swells, I find myself tracing every letter of your name, like sacred scripture, engraved upon the parchment of my thoughts. The alphabet of you, each syllable a soft explosion, echoing across the empty chambers of my chest, wraps around my soul. I read your words over and over, as though the repetition might reveal some divine pattern, some secret hidden in the loops of your handwriting. You spell my name with care I can feel through time and space, and suddenly the world hushes. My reality is bookmarked by your messages, tiny digital artifacts that feel more alive than anything I can touch. You write, and I dissolve. You pause, and I ache. These letters you send like breadcrumbs lead me deeper into the forest of you, and even though I'm lost, I don't want to be found. Your voice tucked inside every sentence flickers like candlelight. When I read, I hear you. When I close my eyes, I see you. You've turned simple punctuation into lifelines, transformed common words into whispered prayer. In your texts, your pauses speak volumes, ellipses that breathe, commas that linger like a glance. And sometimes your silence is the loudest confession. I read between the lines, hoping to uncover some hidden message, a love not yet spoken aloud. Even the shortest note from you stays in my pocket like a talisman, and I reach for it when the world gets too sharp. Each letter you craft feels like a heartbeat sent across the void, and in that rhythm, I find comfort, I find longing, I find home. Do you know the way your words tether me to the stars? That when you say good night, I still lie awake, rereading your message, tracing it with my thoughts like fingers over skin. I fold your words into memory, like love letters pressed between pages. And in the aching hush that follows, I feel your presence as if you were beside me, whispering those same lines against the nape of my neck. You've become the poetry I didn't know I was writing, the sentence I never want to end. I wait for your next message, like rain waits for thunder, already promised, already felt. Your letters are soft lanterns in the fog of my day, showing me where I end and you begin. They make the mundane magical and turn distance into closeness, with the flicker of a screen. I wonder if you know what you've done. You've built a world out of fragments, turned pixels into passion, and I'm wrapped in the cocoon of your expression. No grand gesture could match the intimacy of a midnight message from you. Unedited, raw. When you say, I miss you, it lands like a sunrise, slow and warm and inevitable. I've learned to read not just what you say, but how you say it. Your favorite emojis like tiny fingerprints, your typos like stumbles in your step as you run toward me. I notice the timestamps, the way you return to say one more thing, even after the goodbye. You never really leave, not entirely. Even your digital footprints feel like kisses in the sand, fading but never forgotten. In every text, every late-night paragraph, there's a part of you stitched into the syntax. It's more than conversation, it's communion. Your jokes are lighter than air, your sorrows deep as ocean. And I ride the waves with you, typing with trembling fingers, unsure if I'm swimming or sinking, but certain that I wouldn't trade the tide for stillness. You've made the mundane monumental. A how are you carries the weight of galaxies, and the simple thinking of you spins my world on a new axis. What spell have you cast with your words? What secret language have we built between us, where silence holds as much meaning as speech? I save everything. Your messages, your notes, your photos. I back them up like sacred texts, afraid of losing a single pixel of you. Sometimes I go back to the first time you wrote to me, tracing the path we took from strangers to something more. Each message a breadcrumb, each reply a step deeper into your world. It's not just the big confessions I treasure, but the tiny things, the typo you laughed at, the song lyric you sent, the accidental late-night texts that turned into hour-long conversation. I hoard them like seashells, delicate and beautiful, proof that something extraordinary is happening between us. And when your replies slow, when the gaps between your messages widen like cracks in the sky, I ache, not with doubt, but with yearning. I wonder what keeps you, if your silence is deliberate or circumstantial. But I never stop waiting. Even your silence has a voice. I speak to it. I fill in the blanks. I write the next chapter in my head, imagining how you'd respond. And when your reply finally comes, it's like rain after a long drought. Cleansing, life-giving, intoxicating. I never resent the wait, because I know what follows is worth every second of longing. Your words always find me eventually, and when they do, I breathe again. There are nights I write to you, but don't send it. I let my feelings spill across invisible pages, unsent messages dancing like fireflies in the dark. Maybe I'm afraid they're too much, or maybe I want to hold a part of this, just for myself. But every word I don't send still belongs to you. You live in everything I write now. I wonder if your heart does the same. If you compose unsent poems. If you whisper my name into the quiet. If you think of me when the moon is low. Love lives in the echoes too. In the things we don't say. And I feel yours in the hush, as much as in the clamor. Every letter from you feels handwritten, even if it's typed. There's a kind of intimacy in how you form your thoughts. Careful, real. Like you're afraid I'll miss the meaning if you don't get it just right. But I do. I always do. I hear your heart beneath the grammar, your breath between the punctuation. I could write a dictionary of your love language. What you mean when you say I'm okay, or how your good morning carries the weight of affection unspoken. You've taught me that love doesn't always arrive in grand speeches. Sometimes it's a two-word text at 2 a.m., or a random meme that made you think of me. You love in the margins, and I read them all, even when the world feels heavy. Your words lift me. When I feel small, they make me infinite. I've carried you through heartbreaks, through triumphs, through sleepless nights, all through the power of your sentences. You don't know how many times I've reread that one message. The one where you saw me, really saw me and said you cared. It echoes in me still. I think that's what love is. Not the fireworks but the repetition. The steady beat of I'm here. The familiar hum of you matter. The gentle persistence of presence, even when absence tries to creep in. We are a story unfolding in real time. A novel with no final chapter. Because every time you write to me, we begin again. Each message is a soft reset, a whisper of I choose you today, and I choose you too, over and over, across phone screens, across time zones, across all the things we cannot say aloud. I don't know where this ends, and maybe that's the point. Maybe it's not about the destination, but about how beautiful it is to walk this line with you, word by word, heartbeat by heartbeat. You've rewritten the rules of connection for me. What we have may not follow tradition, but it is no less real. In fact, it may be more. It demands presence, intention, vulnerability. I've never known someone so deeply, without ever touching their face. You've made me believe that intimacy can travel through airwaves, that a sentence can feel like a caress. And when you say my name, even in writing, it's like being pulled into the light. I read your text and it's like hearing my favorite song, over and over, never losing its magic. There's a kind of bravery in writing to someone, in sending out pieces of your soul, without knowing how they'll be received. You do that every day, and I honor it, I treasure it. I fall deeper in love with you, through every word you dare to share. Your honesty unravels me, your gentleness steadies me, and when you open up, even just a little, I open too. We're mirrors, reflections across the screen. Two hearts trying to find each other in the static. Sometimes I think I love your letters more than anything, because they come without pretense. No rehearsals, no filters, just you, just us. There's no way to dress up a text message. What you send is what you feel, and what you feel is beautiful, raw, unfiltered, yours. I never tire of hearing your thoughts, no matter how mundane or messy. In fact, it's in the mess that I find the most meaning. Your worries, your dreams, your laughter, they paint the truest portrait of you. And it's breathtaking. There's a power in seeing those three dots appear as you type. It's a heartbeat, a breath held, a hope. And then your message arrives, and I'm undone all over again. I've come to crave those moments of anticipation, not just for what you'll say, but for the proof that you're still there, still thinking of me, still holding space for us.